Whoa. Good morning, Mom. I am, well, I am actually going to start canning ham this morning. I spent yesterday finishing up the broth that, let me turn this off. I spent yesterday finishing up the broth that I made. So I have my stock pot going with all of the broth and all of the cubed ham. Let me flip you around. Okay, so this is my stock pot. I don't know, like, how many quarts or whatever. This is the broth that I spent the last 2 days making. I'm actually still straining as things come up, but I've strained it and then I've strained it again. So really we're just dealing with just a little layer of fat at the top that is easy to remove, so no big deal. Anyways, so let me grab a spoon. So my big challenge today in filming this is going to be that I cannot find my tripod. And so I'm going to have to find a spot in this kitchen that I can set the phone down and just go to town. Because I'm at the sink, I'm at the stove, my spoons are over here. They're just, by the coffee pot. And so, I'm all over the place and I don't know where to put this. So anyways, yeah, that's my cubed ham. I tried to put it through, oh my goodness, it was just such a ridiculous mess yesterday. I tried to put it through this processor, and, it's got, this goes on the top, and it presses whatever through these blades. But the ham just mushed in the top, and it was just, I finally threw my hands up and said, you know what? Never mind. And I spent a good portion of yesterday just chopping ham by hand, which is fine. I ended up filling this bowl to the brim with ham. And when I weighed this bowl this morning, ham and bowl included, it was 8.5 pounds. And then I took the ham out and I, started preparing to heat it up with the broth so I can can it. And I decided to weigh the bowl, thinking it was like maybe a half a pound, maybe a pound, right? And this bowl is 3.3 pounds. I'm like, say that again? Yeah, no, 3.3 pounds. So essentially, I went from having 8.5. Well, I knew that there was going to be a curveball for the weight of the bowl when I weighed everything. But I thought I would end up with like 7 pounds of ham, and really I ended up with oh God, I'm gonna do math and embarrass myself. Let's see. So it was 8.5, and then the bowl weighs 3.3. So we'll just call the point after a wash. So 8 and 3, we got 5 pounds of ham. And I'm telling you right now, that feels like way more than 5 pounds. So, whatever. I always challenge the scale, and then I grab my other scale if I think it's wrong, and that scale usually laughs at me as it gives me the exact same reading that the first scale gave me. I'm joking. I know inanimate objects don't laugh. Anybody ever watch that movie Reanimation? Oh golly, it came out in like maybe it was like 1983 maybe. Yeah, in fact it was either 1983 or 1984 because I remember my girlfriend and I went to go watch it at the drive-in, and the drive-in theater was not allowing children to come in, not even a sleeping baby. This is how much they thought it would affect the youngsters. And so, like, for real, this happened. And so we kind of, we made it through. Let's just put it that way. We made it through. Bruce slept through the whole thing, and we were adequately terrified. So, anyways, all right. I am just trying to figure out where I'm gonna put you. Sorry. Okay, so I mean, if I had my tripod, this is where I would put you. But I do not. Why don't I have my tripod? I don't know. Just don't know what happened to it. Okay. Anyways, wonder if I can put you up here. No. I suppose I could put you here. Oops. And maybe up against the stand mixer. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Well, doggone it. Doggone it. All right. Let me see if I can rig something here. I'm starting to get hungry. All right, so this is essentially what's going to happen. I'm just going to leave it right here, but I have to find something to hold it up with. That won't work. Let's see. Whoop. Whoa, it almost fell. Oh yeah, let's look at the ceiling. That's fun. Oh, whoa. I don't even know what happened there. I am so sorry. If I knew how to edit, then, this would not be an issue. I wonder if it's because the aluminum is touching the screen. So hold on, let me find something else. Here we go. Here we go. We're in business now. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to do my thing. You're going to hear me talk to myself. It's okay. Nobody's losing it. I just talk myself through things as I do them. So there we go. So I've got to fill up the pot. Trying to find my markings. Oh, here they are. So we're almost there. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of white vinegar into the water so that the jars don't end up with this white film, the mineral deposits. So, I did this once without doing that. Oops, is that too much? It's a little too much, but that's fine. I did this once without adding that vinegar, and oh, my jars were toast. Okay. Boy, I sure hope you can see me. Anyways, okay. So I've been working on this for like 3 days, and I'll tell you what. was younger, this would have been done the day I started, but maybe not, because really, honestly, the broth needed time to, develop. It's got a really nice, deep flavor now. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's it. It's fine. All right, what you heard was my my teapot. I need to make a cup of tea real quick. So Brett brought me home some tea when he went up to Oregon, and I like them both. They're very, very good. It is really hot in this house. Hold on one second. I'm going to go turn the heater off. It's supposed to be really bright today and really sunny, so that's nice. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, here it goes. I haven't used this particular one in a long time, so I forgot how that went. Okay, here we go. So this one is called Winter Wonderland. And, oh, I just realized why I'm so hot. I'm wearing these fleece lined pants. Oh, I'll be right back. Let's see if I can pause this without. Okay, I'm back. Oh, so much cooler. Oh, whew. I was ready to go put on shorts until I realized, oh yeah, I've got those super warm britches on. All right, I'm going to try to fill this up without making a big ass mess. I've got this scoop that is the perfect teacup size. But this particular, I don't know what that is, but okay, got it all. All right. Oh, come on now, get in there. All right, got it. Isn't that cool? It's kind of a pain in the ass to fill, I'm not gonna lie. But this particular tea is extreme. It's ground down pretty good. So it actually leaks out of one of my other ones. I don't know if it's going to leak out of this one or not, but I'm testing it right now. I have bags, and you know, that's cool, but I'm almost out, so I might have to order more if this particular mesh doesn't hold it in. It doesn't look like it's going to. Looks like I'm going to be eating my tea maybe. It's fine. I don't mind drinking a little. Yeah, what's going on here? Okay. Anyways. Oh. So, Mom, just so you know, we have not done the Christmas sweaters yet. It's just been... It's been crazy around here. I hurt myself. Again. Oh man, my honey's holding up the phone. It's fine, I have more. Brett brought me, I don't even know where he brought this back from. Oh, I think he brought this back when he went apple picking. Not this last time, but the time before, when he went to Corey's. But it's raw, totally raw, and so I'm gonna have to scoop it out. I don't think that's gonna. That's not gonna fit now. Oh, neither is that. What to do? What to do? Alrighty. Gonna use this. Look at that. Ooh. It's not crystallized. It's not sugar-like. It's literally beautiful raw honey. Better hurry up. My water's getting cold over there. Alright. I think that's going to be enough honey. Got to get myself set up before I get started. Once I get started, there's no rest for the weary. Ouch. Okay. Oh yeah, that tea's leaking like a sieve out of there. This tea is actually, I'm going to leave this out of here. This tea is actually just spices. So really, honestly, it's no big deal if I swallow it, if I eat it. It's not a big deal. I'm going to tell you what's in it. Rubios, cinnamon, clove, star anise, natural flavors. The other one he brought back is it's a peach-based tea. Let's see. I'll grab it. Black peach crumble. Anyways. All right. So while that seeps, I need to wash the jars. So that's what I'm going to do. And prepare them for, you know, canning. Also, I need to turn this on. I'm going to heat that water. I don't know how many jars I'm going to actually end up with in terms of the amount of ham. But I'm going to prep 7 jars just in case. I don't want to have to stop in the middle of what I'm doing to prep an additional jar if I need to. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to bring these over here. I do believe that the ham is now hot enough. And we are ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to get these jars ready. Okay. Brett got called into work. So he just left. He'll be gone for a few hours. He, what do I do with this? Oh, well. He, you know, Mom, he does construction and he's been off for a minute, which he enjoys around this time of year because he actually takes time off to go see his grandkids. You know how I used to do when mine were young and whatever. Anyways, so he will be back in a few hours, and then he may have to work tomorrow, but I kind of doubt it because it's supposed to rain Wednesday. And if they have to open a ditch and be in the holiday season, they're likely not going to have any inspections going on because we're talking about Burlingame. Mom, you know Burlingame, right? Totally like, you know, the hoity-toities. So anyways, he's going to check the job site out. The general's calling up the office, wanting to know where they are, and so he's gonna go. He's gonna do, you know, just basically make an appearance, assess their need, and make a determination whether or not they may be working tomorrow. It might be something that maybe the general set something up already. You know, they do that sometimes, but the general he's working with, I don't know. So basically, I'm just washing my jars. I mean, they're brand new, so I've never used them before. And so they're getting their first cleaning, and then I'm going to fill them up with water. And I'm going to do that because I want the jars to stay hot until I'm actually ready to start canning. That's why I went ahead and turned the canner on. I'll turn the flame on for the canner. So essentially, because it's meat, I'm going to be pressure canning. And again, I just don't know how many jars I'm going to end up with, so. All right, one down, 6 more to go. So, yeah, we're going to have some nice weather, and it's supposed to be completely sunny today. I want to open up the greenhouse and kind of do some rearranging after I'm done canning and get ready for, you know, seeding. I need to start some seeds for my spring garden and flowers, and I got some pansies and violas that I want to get started. Oh, there's so much to do out there, you know, and it's just been so darn cold and rainy, which I'm not complaining about. You know that. We'll always take the rain. But it's also been extremely windy, so. I can smell that ham broth. Oh, it's making me yearn for some beans, but I'm not cooking those until, actually, Wednesday. I'm cooking them Wednesday. So we always have beans on New Year's Day. So I'll start them on Wednesday and we'll eat them on Thursday. Is that how it goes, or are you supposed to have them on New Year's Eve? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. Did we do it wrong? So, Brett doesn't know it yet, but I actually went ahead and purchased my pantry. He knows we're getting one. He knows that. But I was going to wait until after Bella's birthday. And I just cannot. There's too much that I have canned that needs to go somewhere. And so, yeah. I got a lot to do. So really, I can't even go out into the greenhouse and piddle. I've got to prepare the space. We're getting rid of the desk that is where the pantry is going to go. And so I'm going to have to go through all of that. There's a lot of stuff I haven't touched in years. I mean, I have packed some of this stuff from house to house. And honestly, at this point, I'm ready to pack it into the garbage. Anyway, so yeah, I've got to go through the desk and get that rocking and rolling. Where's my hot water tumbler? And I'm so looking forward to the pantry. I'm a little bummed because the pantry I really wanted sold out. I am bummed about that, but maybe that's a blessing in disguise. You know how that goes sometimes. Sometimes it's better to not be bummed about something that happened because it might be for the better, you know? I mean, who knows? Alright. Oh, shit. Alright. So, Miss Bella, bless her heart, she's doing really good this year. She really is. She's keeping her grades up and whatnot, but I found out that she's not turning in assignments, and that's brought her grade down to C-. And I reminded her, when she does that shit, she doesn't have any wiggle room for bad test grades. If she at least turns everything in, then there's some wiggle room if you have a rough test score, you know? But, okay, what's happening right now? So this one's clean. This water is hot. Two more jars to wash. Anyways, trying to think of what else is going on. And we got Bella's birthday coming up. And I mean, we're not going to really do anything other than I'm going to make her a cake. She likes red velvet, so I'll put something together for that. I've got to make a, I have to make a pumpkin pie. I bought some ready-made crust. Any pie I've ever made in my life, I've always done it that way. I've never made a crust. I think one time I did, and I never did again. And so when I tried to make the crust for the pumpkin pie I made around Thanksgiving, I realized I'm not a crust maker. I'm just not. And so, anyway, so I've got the crust in the fridge. I got the pumpkin puree right there. I think I have too much water in here. Let's let that go ahead and boil up. All right. Anyway, so, shit, what was I saying? Seriously, I can't remember. I feel like I have been chained to this kitchen for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks. Between all the jam making and the cookie making and the, that ham did me in. I had no idea the size of ham I bought. I don't know if I told you about that, but I ordered a ham, and I was trying really hard to find a bone-in ham, because it's all about that ham hock for me. I mean, I love the ham too, but I look forward to the ham because I know I'm going to be making beans with the ham hock, and so I couldn't find any. Not with bone in. It was like, I waited too long, and they were pretty much sold out of any kind of ham with a bone in. And they would bring up, because, I was looking through Amazon. I wasn't trying to go anywhere. Anyways, they would bring up, like, ham steaks with a bone in, and I'm like, what the hell? Trying to feed us, not freaking have breakfast. So, anyways, I found one with the bone in. It said whole ham, but I guess I took that to mean what I've always known as a ham. Whoops. And when it got here, it was a whole damn ham. I had to watch a video on how to butcher, carve around the bones, and I learned a lot. I can carve up a ham a whole ham with no problem now. That's my jam. I made this broth out of the femur bone. And then after cooking that for a day, I trimmed up all of the ham that I had. Yeah, that's not going to too much water. I trimmed up all the ham that I had and sliced it and all of that stuff. And when I was done preparing for, for canning, so I basically diced it all. I held some back that I'm going to make, our New Year's Eve beans with. But so I did all that. I took all the trimmings and I put them in there with the femur and the broth that I had already developed. And so that by the time I was done, because I let that simmer all day long, and you can smell the flavors just starting to deepen and deepen and deepen as the hours went through the day. It was just like, oh my God, I was just in a state of constant hunger because I was, just smelling all that deliciousness all day. Okay, so that's the last jar. I don't know if we're using them all, and so I'm not going to make any adjustments on the water. There's too much water in there right now. Let me strain. Definitely ready. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Whoa. Okay, so I'm actually going to turn this down. What do I need? So it calls for 1.5 inches of headspace, but my headspace gig only does up to 1 inch. So I've taken my other one and I have made some notations by the 1/2 inch. So I'll know where I need to be for headspace. So obviously these won't be filled up as much as they normally are, but that's fine. I am following this guy's direction to the letter because because it's not recommended to can ham. And so if you do, you really need to find a tried and tested recipe. And I found that. And, it's really cool when you find a recipe that when you're, because a lot of these recipes, they have kind of a backstory or either about where the recipe came from or about the ingredients or all the above, what have you. And so this guy, he just went into great detail behind not only the direction about the headspace and just all that stuff. He explained the science behind it as well, and he he really described his journey to finally reaching a tested ham canning recipe that was worth it, because he found that if you use something like chicken broth or water, which is perfectly fine, he found that the meat became stringy. Where if you actually used broth made specifically from the ham bones, it turned out much better. The texture of the meat remained very, very similar, simple, spot on, he said, and the flavor was great, and I don't see how that he could be wrong on that. So, oh, this is such good tea. Oh, that's my hair. Yikes. Anyways, so right now what I'm doing basically is I'm just waiting on the canner water to get hot enough to heat those jars up pretty hot, because the ham and the broth is extremely hot. And so we kind of want to make sure that nothing is either too hot or too cold when they meet. So there you go. So I am going to pause this video for now, but if for some reason it times out on me, I'll pick back up. Okay, so there may be another video, or I may be right back. All right, in case it times out on me. Love you.